So we decided a good way to figure out what's going on is to just sit down and create a calendar of the next month. And part of this calendar is recognizing that the final day of the final goal is getting that thesis turned in by Friday, May 3rd. So we said, okay, we meet Tuesday and Thursday, so let's put that on the calendar as due dates. And then we said, let's make an open day, maybe Sunday for some of you, or Friday, whatever day is the day on the weekend you're going to work. We also said, make sure you do an emotional check-in. Are you being real? Are you, being realistic about what's going on? Are you getting support if you're stressed out? Are you finding ways to free up time to get help from others? Okay, so we decided to work backwards. If Friday, May 3rd is when the thesis is due during week 5, then let's have a clean draft the week before. We know that week 8, the thesis chair will return it to us, and then we have to resubmit it on the 10th. So this is kind of our getting things done. We'll be editing and formatting in week 5 and kind of, checking sources, all the piddly stuff. We want to have a solid draft actually on week, what is that? We want a clean draft on week 4. And by clean draft, we mean that it's like ready to read and it's mostly just needing editing. Week 3, we want to have a solid draft where we feel like it's in good shape, all of it. And then week 2, we really want a rough draft. We want to kind of know, we want to have it all in place, so to speak, right? Or we want to assess what we have so far. So what we're doing this week is we're assessing what we have, and then we're planning. And then we're planning to have a rough draft for next week. It's week 3. And then we're going to have a solid draft for week 4. And then we'll have a clean draft for week 5. Sorry, I didn't say that right. So rough draft, solid draft, then clean, ready to read draft. And then do all the small stuff before we turn it in. Now, part of the reason we want this clean draft the week before it's due to our thesis chair is also because we want to leave time in case we need it in that last week for any revisions to be done to revise that draft. So we'll plan to have a clean draft. We'll do a workshop together as a group, and then we'll bring in that revised draft on Tuesday, and we'll do a final read for each other before we have to turn it in to the thesis chair. So the plan is Tuesday, Thursday, we'll have something due. Generally, a draft will be due on Tuesday. We'll plan to go over like professional development and other issues on Thursdays. During the weekend, a weekend day, you organize for yourself as a working day. Submit the thesis on Friday the 3rd. And as you can see, the way we've got this set up is first we're going to organize, then we're going to draft, then we're going to revise, then we're going to edit, and then we're going to finalize, and basically, which is about formatting. So this is our plan for the next month. And then there's the second part, which is when it starts going out to others, and we get feedback, and then we do, again, we finalize any last things. And that's part of our May plan. So really, this is our April plan, and hopefully this makes some sense. And remind yourself, you've had many, many classes where you've had to write a paper in 10 weeks. And if you think about it, you spent the first month of the course trying to figure out what you wanted to write about, and you really wrote a paper in a month. So you can write a paper in a month. And with this in mind, this is not for those of you who are planning to do that 100-page thesis. Only one of you is doing that, and you're already primarily there. And for the rest of you, you could write a journal paper in that time period. That's a 20 to 30-page paper, and it's doable, it's manageable, it's publishable, and let's do it.